Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Mike Dalco, the CEO, Continuously Empowering Others. I'm here with an extraordinary gentleman. We actually were intending to do more of just kind of a one-on-one coaching session. And Mr. Michael Jordan, Dr. Michael Jordan, is a part of our GSPartners team. And it's so interesting. We really just got on to go over some compliance things and issues in the business that we're working through and building his organization. And Dr. Jordan, he'll give a little bit more about himself in a moment. He's a professor of urology. So it's a board certified doctor. It's a real doctor, not just somebody that was bestowed a doctorate. He literally went through the discipline and the study to gain his doctorate and is now teaching urology at a university. And so he'll tell it better than I can. But as we're talking, he makes a statement that he's about to sell his practice. So I'm going to launch this interview from there, let you all meet Dr. Michael Jordan. Mr. Jordan, Dr. Jordan, tell him a little bit about yourself first, just into who you are, your field of study, what you do there at university, everything about you, just to encapsulate that part first, and then we'll get into your GSPartners testimony.
Hi, Michael. Hi, everyone. I'm so blessed to be here and to be a part of this amazing platform and group of people that are going to change the world, and being in this position to change the world for a lot of other people and empowering other people, as Michael does also. This is what my life goal was forever. So I'm born in Romania, left Romania with a bag before the communist revolution in Romania in '89. I came to Germany, started my life all over with 29, built myself up, acquired a medical practice back in '95, managed to bring the practice to be one of the biggest practices in Germany. Having a revenue of over 300% more than the medium urological practice in Germany. I own now a medical center with 3 other practices and have a couple of doctors working for me. Meanwhile, life is tough for everybody. I'm 63 at the moment, so I don't have much time. I'm already officially retired last year, but I'm still working because I still bring value to my patients and my experience and teachings. And I'm about to sell it now because fortunately for me, I'm not only a professor and teaching, but I'm also a student, and I will die a student. So I met this group of people 3 years ago, just in December, when they just launched. And being coachable, we have an amazing person like Mr. Joseph Haidt, who is a multi-billionaire, and well, you're not a multi-billionaire, but you want to reach heights and you want to help other people, you just coach him. So I did for 3 years everything that he said we need to do. I took all the incentives, all the stuff that were put on the table. And since over 1 year now and 4 months, I managed to stay on #1 in Lydian World.
Okay, so let's pause that for a second, Michael. Okay. So I know you're familiar with Lydian World, but most of the people that'll see this are like, what is he talking about, Lydian World?
Oh, I understand.
Just pause for a quick second. So GSPartners is a massive conglomerate, and a part of what we do is this big metaverse gaming platform called Lydian World. If you can imagine playing a game like Monopoly digitally over the blockchain, playing online Monopoly, if you could imagine that, you're playing against multiple people in the world, you kind of get a little peep into Lydian World. We acquire a certain gaming token from our activities in our GSPartners that convert over to Lydian World. And there we're able to acquire land and citizenships and build buildings. It's like Monopoly, but you see the whole globe, you see the whole world, literally real-time details of the whole world, per capita, citizenships, population, all that's in the world. It's a beautiful game, but too much to explain on this brief live stream.
Correct.
But early in the onset of Lydian World, we all had the opportunity to bid for, to buy, and to acquire citizenships and leadership positions, governing positions. Well, Mr. Michael Jordan is number one out of hundreds of thousands of people playing the game. This guy on this interview is number one in all Lydian World, meaning he has more positions and leadership positions than everyone in the entire game. That's who I have the honor and privilege of interviewing for you all today. So now that they know what Lydian World is, Michael, kind of tell them why you're now making the decision to fully retire, sell your practice, and go full-time. How can you afford to do that?
Well, I own multiple other businesses, medical businesses. I built a medical device that is now in 60 countries. So I'm an entrepreneur since over 30 years. Something like GSPartners, that's conglomerate. There is nothing on the world that can even closely match what we are doing. And I was privileged to be introduced to this and to meet the people that are behind that. So I met in person, the CEO, the CTO, everybody, and it's real. So I start building up this business slowly. For the little time that I am having, because I'm a full doctor and I see between 60 and 70 patients every day, traveling also 100 kilometers to my business and 100 kilometers back. But this was the best thing that could ever happen to me, because I'm educating myself about 3 hours a day since 3 years. So when I'm going by car, I don't listen to music. I'm listening to the calls. I'm educating myself in this. And as I said to Michael, I may be a professor for urology, but I will die a student.
Yeah.
Because this is actually, I read a quote the other day, and the quote said, if you read a book, you're smart. You have one life. If you read 1,000 books, you have 1,000 lives. If you go on GSPartners travel, you will find out that even if the world is so corrupt and whatever it is, there are people who love other people. And this Mr. Haidt and the group behind him, these are people who want to empower us all to live a better life, to access our full potential as human beings. And this is why I was so attracted to this platform. Everything that was promised was over-delivered. Everything since 3 years. I'm getting paid in seconds. And in the meantime, I have something like 570, if I correctly managed to know, 570 streams of passive income that pays me every single day.
Dr. Jordan, I don't want you to disclose more than you feel comfortable disclosing, but are you earning enough in GSPartners to replace your income?
I could have retired already last year, because I make more money in Lydian World than I make with my 3 practices together. But I'm staying in the business because I love to help people, and I'm a good doctor, so people need me. So that's, I actually officially retired last year, but I'm still working, and I'm still teaching, and it's time to move forward. And I think what I want to do is to be in full time in this it's not kept calling game. It's the game of making people live a better life. So this is what I'm doing as a doctor. I can help people do that from the financial point of view. And this is a big challenge. The 3 years that I'm working now in the business made more for me than my whole 40 years of medical career.
This is astounding. People, I'm not trying to push Dr. Jordan to say too much, but I'm thankful that he's disclosed as much as he has, because many people don't believe. And, you know, we try to share this information with as many people as possible. As I was talking to Dr. Jordan, we're actually using up our mentorship time because we talk about how to build a business together. I thought it would be good that we do this interview and he can maybe even use this to share with other people. It's a very nice endorsement for someone who's a professional in a certain field to validate the success that we're having in this business, that Dr. Jordan is, by his own admission, generating more income in GSPartners and Lydian World than he was in his 3 practices. So if you're a person that's been looking for a better way, Dr. Jordan, I was about to let you go, but when I said a better way, I thought I'd pause. What's the most important thing about what you've experienced with GSPartners and Lydian World and that you would like others to know?
Well, I will give you only one example. I have a young gentleman in Romania that made something like 500 to 600 euros a month. That was his normal salary. I said to him, if you're coachable and you listen to me, I will make you a millionaire in the next 3 years. He said, well, let's do that. So I sponsored him the 33 USDT to get to a membership, and I taught him what to do. It's 1.5 years he's in the business. He makes at the moment something like over $6,000 a month. He will go to 10,000 a month until the end of the year, and he will retire from everything and will do this job 100%, 24 hours a day. I managed to bring him to Dubai this year, and since he came back, his business exploded. He made director 2 months in a row. And I am 100% sure that he will continue building his business. And theoretically, from the asset that he has, he is already a multimillionaire. So,
Dr. Jordan, a Romanian dollar in comparison to the euro that he's earning, 6,000 euro per month, what is one Romanian dollar to a euro?
well, no Romanian dollar. Romania doesn't have dollar, it has leu.
Leu.
But he's in European community, so it's euros.
Oh, it's
So
euros.
he makes at the moment 10 times more in 1.5 years that he was making 1.5 years ago.
10x.
And he will make
half.
20x until the end of the year, and he didn't even start.
Is he excited? Is he excited right now about what's happening in his life?
What do you think?
You changed his whole life, Dr. Jordan.
Yes, and this is why I love this business, because you can change lives on, like, you know, if you're working in a fabric and you're building cars, you can build with this business millionaires. You have to be coachable and just make the steps, put the time to educate yourself. And this is everything. It's education. That's exactly what Mr. Haidt is telling everybody. Patient education. You get educated. That's what you need to do. Educate, come on the calls, build yourself up, and empower others to do the same. Duplication. That's all. It's so easy to duplicate this business. Unfortunately for me, until now, I'm fortunate, very fortunate, because I'm coachable. But I'm only spending the learning about 3 hours. If you believe it or not, guys, I'm educating myself in this business in 3 years, something like 3 hours a day in 3 years.
Oh my goodness. So guys, I need y'all to hear that. Dr. Jordan is in a part of Europe where he doesn't have a lot of local support like we do here in the United States. I cannot tell you how many people are so, I don't want to insult anyone, but so as it relates to gaining more skill and upgrading your knowledge so that you know how this business works, they're a little lazy. And Dr. Jordan is almost remote in that there are not a local leaders in his general location, and he's spending hours clicking on the buttons and reading the information and educating himself on how to expand his financial base passively and building a team. And he's not only learning for himself, he taught that gentleman, as he testified for him, from Romania to go from €500 to $600 per month to now 5,000, 10x. And he's anticipating 20x by the end of this year. It is possible. So Dr. Jordan, I want to give you last words, anything that's on your heart you want to say before we close out this interview. I think you've helped a lot of people. I'm seeing folks on Facebook just typing hearts and hand claps emojis and saying thank you. They really do appreciate you for sharing your testimony. To get a professional in the medical field from Europe to be able to come on Zoom and go Facebook Live and boldly proclaim to the world that not only are you generating enough income to retire from your practice and sell it, but you're also handing it off to other people and allowing them that same opportunity. Last words over to you, Dr. Jordan. Anything you want to say? We just appreciate you.
In my 40 years of business, I never found anybody and anything that has more love for people and for wanting them good in life like GSPartners and the conglomerate behind them. If you want to be free financially so that you can develop your potential as a human being, you need to be in GSPartners. What we have on the table today, you can build your wealth and your generational wealth in 1, 2, 3 years quicker than you did for the last 40 years. I did good in life all the time because I'm a hardworking guy and I do very well as a doctor. In 3 years, I built most probably 100 times more than I built in 40 years of being a doctor, from the wealth point of view. So it's not only real, it is the only real thing, because everybody in the leadership of this company, they promise less than over deliver.
Let me
paid
share.
Every single day since 3 years in seconds. I build multiple streams of passive income because I'm educating myself and I'm following. I put my nose down, the ego outside the room, and follow what the billionaire says. Because if I were smarter, I would be the billionaire. But I will go there.
Dr. Jordan, let me say one more thing that you really pushed another button for me. Okay, the assets that you've accumulated, especially in Lydian World, those assets will follow you for the rest of your life, whether you do any work or not. So to be totally transparent to everybody on the call, what Dr. Jordan was able to accomplish in Lydian World, that opportunity it's not there anymore. Like I could never catch up with Dr. Jordan because he saw the opportunity in Lydian World even bigger than me, and I'm a founding partner. And he took off and he went full board, and now it's a 5-figure income per month, passive, whether he logs into his back office or not. That opportunity has diminished, but we are a technology company. And when Dr. Jordan said he's following what Mr. Joseph Haidt says, opportunities keep showing up, just like Lydian World. And the question is, are you going to be here to hear the opportunity and take action? Again, Dr. Jordan, I said last words to you, so let me give you last words again on what I just said. You were able to build passive income resources that are paying you in your sleep. So one last word. Okay, go ahead.
I want to see you all in Cape Town in 3 months, please. If you will be so smart, get one certificate only, one, and come to Cape Town you 10x your money in 2 years. So I want to meet,
Dr. Jordan, Dr.
I
Jordan,
want
I'm
to meet
sorry.
you everybody in Cape Town.
Look, that what you said sounded so far-fetched. You said, this is what he said, folks. This is why a lot of people don't believe us. He said, get a certificate, come to Cape Town, 10x. And then everybody's going to go, well, some people are going to go, that sounds too good to be true. Well, when we started Lydian World, they told us, get these little Lydian lions, put them over here in Lydian World that really meant nothing to anybody in the world. And one day you'll see massive passive residual income. Well, some people believed. Dr. Jordan was one of those people. And now he's generating 5 figures a month. Okay, once again, get a certificate. Come to Cape Town, meet Dr. Jordan. I'll be hanging around him. He's a rock star in GSPartners. I'll be hanging around him, meet Dr. Jordan, and just see what happens. Last word, Dr. Jordan, and then we're going to go.
I am blessed to be in a group of people that change the world. That's all I want to say. We change the world, guys. Just be with us and change your lives for the better. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jordan. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you on the next call. Have a good day, Dr. Jordan.